Hello and welcome to another episode of Aaron Plays Technic, still on the Tekkit server. You're looking at a big hole in the ground, and basically what I'm doing is I'm working on a pretty big project, and it's going to probably take me a couple days to complete, so I'm going to be recording it in stages. And what I did for this, I made a filler, and I just used it to clear the space. I made a few more conductive pipes and hooked it up to the energy link, and I ran it at the same time as the quarry, and I think the filler is definitely faster than a quarry. I recorded a couple of clips of the filler working, and I may or may not cut them in just so you can see how it works, but basically it starts from the bottom and works its way up, and it just drops all the blocks on the ground. Well, the problem with that is if you've ever had a ton of blocks on the ground in Minecraft, you know it can really affect your frame rate, and it can affect the server if you're playing on a server. So basically, I just put a row of water down one side and then a couple right there, and then I collected it all, and I just would wait for my inventory to get almost full, and then I'd put it all in my alchemy bag. So this is everything that the filler found, plus anything that it uncovered on the side. Like there's some coal here, there's copper, iron, a few diamonds down there. I'm going to clean all that up, and then I'm going to work on my project here. I already emptied the cobblestone like 2 or 3 times because it's just a ridiculous amount of cobblestone and dirt and gravel. But basically, I made a jetpack so I could work on this because I'm going to need to get up and down, and there's no need to make scaffolding or ladders. If I don't have to, the jetpack is much easier. I also made a lap pack because it lasts way longer than a backpack, and since I have an MFE to charge it in, I figured that that was a good upgrade. Basically, you need a backpack to make a lap pack. It's one of the ingredients. So I took one of the backpacks out of the line here, going to the I always want to call that an energy something energy link. I always want to use a different word than link, but the MFE is still holding up pretty well. This filler got me more stuff in an hour than the quarry has the whole time it's been running. Probably, I don't know, a few hours, a while. The quarry isn't down that low yet. It's probably only down to about level 40, so it hasn't found anything other than copper and iron. I picked up the timer because I wanted to actually see how much this quarry yields. So once the quarry over there is finished, I'll see what's in the box, and hopefully it'll be done before the next episode, or maybe before the end of this episode, since I'm recording over the course of I'm not sure how long it's going to take me. Probably 2 or 3 days. So this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't really need to do this for what I want to do, but it's just it's a want. I want to make this look a certain way, and hopefully it turns out like I want it to, or like I picture in my head. So I'm gonna clean up the sides of this and make it all smooth stone, and then I'm gonna get to work. And if I decide to cut in a clip of the filler working, you'll see it now, and then I'll be back when I'm about done with this. And if not, then I'll just go straight to finishing up the process. So either way, I'll see you in just a second. Okay, so I've just about gotten this thing done, and my friendly neighborhood Enderman decided to leave a grass block on the floor there, which kind of ruined my plan, but I'm going to modify it a little bit. I was going to put the floor of this big crater, or whatever you want to call it, I was going to put it whoa, I'm going to take this off for a second. believe it or not, I didn't fall to my death once. I fell. It's really difficult when when you're used to wearing a jetpack and you switch back and forth between that and a lap pack. Um, Sometimes you forget and then you fall. But I landed with half a heart, so no big deal. What I wanted to do was I was going to put the ceiling about one block above where the ceiling of the mine shafts are. So like, well, I guess it's really it's the floor, the floor of this thing. I was going to put it about right here. These will go away when I remove the filler and then log in and log out and log back in. I haven't taken it away yet because I'm going to use it. I'm going to need to take all the torches off the wall, so I'm going to have to do that later. But since the Enderman put the grass here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect all this up, and I'll let the grass spread over here to these dirt blocks, and then I'll make a little garden or something down here almost to bedrock, which was a goal of mine in another like vanilla Let's Play that I did, and I ended up discovering the Tekkit pack before that happened, so it never came to fruition. So I'm going to work on the top of this while this grass is spreading, and by the time it gets to these two blocks, I should be good to go. Then I can turn the filler back on, knock all the torches off the wall, and then put in the floor of this thing. So it's coming along pretty okay. This is all the stuff that I picked out of the sides while I was cleaning it up, and I'd almost bet money that it's more than I got from the quarry, or that I will get from the quarry. So I'm going to get back to work. I just thought I'd cut in with a quick little update here, and I'll see you once this grass is spread and I've gotten a little more work done. And I have to reiterate, this was not part of the plan. The Enderman literally put the block there 5 minutes ago, so I figured I'll make use of it. I don't have a silk touch pick. I don't even have an enchanting table yet. I figured I'd use it since it's here and try to make something out of it. So once again, I'm going to get to work, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, it's time to let the cat out of the bag. I'm at the bottom of our pit, and as you can see, it's water. This is essentially one big infinite water source, and I'm going to use it to cool some combustion engines. So you see this up here. That's where everything is going to go. And I turned on hover mode because I didn't want to come up too fast. I wanted to come up out of the mist and, you know, slowly see the thing, but it didn't really work that way. So basically, actually, I'll just leave hover mode on. So basically, where I'm going to put everything, I'm going to put the pump probably right out here, and maybe a little closer, I don't know, but I'm going to put the engines in this area. I'm going to make some reinforced glass and that other reinforced stuff. I've already made some advanced alloy to do that. Reinforced stone, reinforced glass, and reinforced door. I didn't think I was this close to my storage room, but that's no big deal. So how I want to do this is, obviously, if the pump is over here, water is going to come from this side, and I'll have the electricity on above the engines, and it will go through the wall to the pump, and it will also go through this wall and this wall to the refinery, which will be in here. And I think I'm going to put a waterproof teleport pipe at the top of this tank to pump the oil in, and this one will be for the fuel, basically because it's closer to the engines. There's no point in putting the oil here, the refined fuel here, and then crisscrossing everything. So I'm going to put the oil here, refined fuel will go here, and then it'll probably go through the floor and then, you know, feed the engines. And let's say that I put my engines, let's say I have 5 of them. How I normally do it is I put the redstone torches underneath and I put a switch to turn them on and off, and then I run the, what can I use for pipe? I'll use this stuff. Since the water is coming from this way, let's say that I run, if I can put it here, I run the waterproof pipe for the water right here. I'm just going to put them there. So the water will come this side, on this side to the engines, and then the fuel will come on this side. Pretend those are all connected. So that's usually how I do it. However, typically I have, if I have 5 engines, I usually have the fuel coming from this way, and then it disperses, and then I have the water coming from this way. So I may have to arrange the engines perpendicular to the way that I laid them out here. I'll make that decision. I can always go further that way if I need to. The important thing is that since these things like to blow up, I've never had them blow up in single player, but I've had them blow up in multiplayer, and what I think happens is the engines keep pumping, but for some reason the water doesn't pump into the engines if the chunk unloads and reloads, or if you disconnect and reconnect. So if you forget to turn them off, basically they keep working, they build up heat, and there's no water to cool them, and then they go boom. So I'm definitely going to put a reinforced wall right where these torches are. I'm going to reinforce this wall. There's really nothing over here, and I don't know if I'll bother reinforcing this wall because the pump is going to be, you know, probably far enough away that it's not going to do any damage. I just don't want to blow up the tanks and the refinery and anything in the storage room. So that is my tentative plan. As always, plans change while you're building. So we may make some modifications, but it's going to be fairly similar to that. I usually build these things in the middle of nowhere or very far away from anything that needs power, and use the power teleport pipes to get the power where it needs to go. And I still may do that with the power for the quarry. Not the quarry. I'm definitely going to do it for the quarry, but I may do that with the power for the refinery, just because I'm doing okay on diamonds. So probably not going to be an issue. So I'm going to make all the pieces, and then we'll come back and set everything up. So I will see you shortly. Okay, welcome back. Here's a progress report. I think I may be ready to do this. I put some lights up at the top there. I'm not sure if they'd look better in the ceiling, but I'm just trying it out. I want to be able to see how much liquid is in each of the tanks. And I've been trying it out with these cover strips. I just threw them both up there to see which one I liked better, and I think I like the black better than the white. So that's that. This cobblestone is where the reinforced blocks are going to go. It's kind of the base. And initially I was going to put the bricks, or the reinforced brick, or whatever it's called, the stone on the bottom, and then leave windows up here, but I decided to recess the engines, so I won't be able to see if they're green or red or whatever from far away. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these 2 bottom layers the glass, and then I'll just put the reinforced stone on top, and then this whole wall. And this alloy wire, yeah, red alloy wire, I think that's what it's called. Red alloy wire, that's right. It's awesome. If I put these engines here, I ran the wire on the bottom of this block on the underside. So if I flip the switch, all the engines turn on. And it should be the same for combustion engines. Normally I do that with redstone torches and a couple of repeaters and redstone, like regular redstone dust. But this stuff is awesome. I think it's part of red power. And I'm not far enough to need a repeater yet. If I used regular redstone, I would have had to use like a catwalk like this. But this stuff I just ran along what for us right now is the ceiling. And it goes over there to the back of the block that the lever is on. And it's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So I'm really happy about that. I decided to recess the engines. Water will come here. Fuel will come here. The one problem that I foresee, and I already started working on this, if I put the a couple of tanks below the floor, the oil is going to come into this tank all the way at the top. And when I pump it out, I'll pump it out in the bottom to the refinery, or I might do it on the floor, either way. Well, that's no problem. The problem is when it comes from the refinery, I have to get it into this tank before it goes to the engines because I need to store it. So I'm not sure about waterproof pipe, if you can run cobble waterproof pipe next to stone waterproof pipe, if stone waterproof pipe even exists. I typically use gold, so maybe I can run gold next to cobble and it won't connect. I'm not really sure. So I can either run it over these blocks and then into the tank right there, or I can run, and then I can run the other one through the floor, and I can either run it, I can actually put the pipe right there, and I can put the redstone engine right here with a lever on this side, and that'll turn this engine on and off to give fuel to the engines. So let's do this, and I don't have any cobblestone pipe. Maybe I have some that's just not waterproof. I don't really think I need that much of it. I'm gonna grab the stone also because I need to see if you can make it. So I'll go ahead and make all 4 of those. There is stone waterproof pipe. Okay, I don't want to make that yet because I don't know if I'm going to need it. I'm going to make 4 gold ones and we'll see what happens. So I've got my refinery, I've got my mining. I didn't turn these into pumps yet. That's all you have to do, but I'm short 1 piece of pipe or 1 piece of tank. So, well, we won't worry about that just yet, but I'll tell you what let's do. Let's just throw this right here for now. I want to run that there and see, unfortunately those connect. So I'm going to do 1 piece of stone and it should be the same. It is. So that's just like transport pipes in the way that they actually don't connect. So I guess that's good. The problem is the gold pipe holds more liquid. So I guess it's really not that much of a problem. So here's what I'll do. I will connect this right there, and then I will run this under the floor. And when I say under the floor, I really mean under the floor. So we're not going to be walking across it. It's going to be buried. I would like it one level higher, but that's really not. I guess I can live with it. So I'm gonna have to make more stone pipes. I guess I should just put all of those there. And I have to have a wooden pipe to connect to the tank. So how many of those am I going to need? Probably just 2. It's the same with power and the same with transport for the wooden pipe. So I'll just use the gold pipe specifically for the water only because that's the most important thing. If the engines run out of fuel, not that big of a deal. They won't blow up. If they run out of water, they will definitely blow up. So there's our wooden waterproof pipe. And those are far enough apart anyway that it's not really an issue. But if I wanted to, I could actually move that up a level. No, I couldn't because here, watch what happens. Watch what I think is going to happen. Bam, that connects. So this is going to have to be down here. So that's good. So I think what I'll do is I'll put my redstone engine right there. Hopefully it faces down. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, I'll just go with my plan B or whatever. And see, that's that. I have more gold pipe, so let's I'll just go ahead and make a bunch of them right now because I'm going to need a bunch of them for the water too. And what I'll do is I'll just use that pipe right there for the fuel, and I'll use this one like that. I'll do that one there, and I'm going to actually need one more. No, I'm not. I'm good. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn those on so they can get warmed up. And I have some smooth stone around here somewhere. So I'm just going to throw this lever right there. It's not that big of a deal that it is right there because I mean, you can already see the engines anyway. There's really no way around that unless you put them, you know, underneath a wall and, you know, everything. So I suppose if I wanted to, if I really cared about what it looked like, I could do that. But as long as there's no liquid in the pipe, you're going to see the redstone engine. And actually that's good since it's facing down. I can't really see if it's on or not. So let me see if I have any glass in my bag. I don't think I do. Oh, sweet. Good for me. Alright, see, so that's stone, so I'm going to need to make some more stone pipe. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll just make what is considered one stack. And I'll just waterproof all 8 of them. I have plenty of pieces of cactus over there, so that's not an issue. And actually I counted one wrong, so that's gonna go. I counted way wrong. No big deal. Like I said, plenty of cactus. So once I put the combustion engines there, I guess I could go ahead and do that now. What I'm going to do initially is I'll just I'll fill them up with oil once we get that stuff pumped over here. Oh, I know why that did that. I'll fill them up with oil, do a little bit of refining, and then once I have fuel, I'll put fuel in because fuel lasts much longer than oil does. And they'll also run on lava. If you only have lava to start. I knew I was going to run out of that. So I forget the actual specs, but I want to say it takes 4 combustion engines on oil to run a refinery at maximum capacity, and it only takes 2 combustion engines running on refined fuel. So I guess that means they're about twice as efficient. So let's go ahead and make sure I'm wearing my jetpack, and I'm going to put this pretty close to the wall. I'll probably just pop it right there, and then I'll just put the thing right on top of that, just so I can you know, see if it's receiving power and stuff like that. So there that goes. And that can all fall, no big deal. So that's just going to hang there. And I don't have any conductive pipe on me. That'll probably take the rest of the gold pipe, but I don't have any redstone, so I'm just going to go ahead. I just decided, I'm not sure how long this is going to take me. By the way, I made a doghouse, kinda. I couldn't find a way to make it angle, so I just put him in the corner. Anyway, what I had decided, what I was saying, I'm not sure how long this episode is going to run, so what I'm going to do, I'll just split it into 2 parts if it goes way past 30 minutes. If it's like 35, I'll probably just let it go. But if it's like closer to 40 or longer, then I'm gonna split it into parts. I just want to finish this. I don't want to wait another day. So that's connected. I don't really see the point in putting a space between these pipes since they don't connect. And I'll just replace that. And I'm going to run out. But that's okay. I got that to here, so that's, I mean, that's fine. So there's half of it. All the fluid pipes are hooked up to the engines. And all the fluid pipes are hooked up over here. All I have to do is work out the power for the refinery and the power for, well, no, I don't need power for the other pump because, oh, sweet, I have more. Look, I did plan ahead a little bit. What do you know? Alright, so this is actually going to have to go up 1. And I don't think it really matters if it bends like that. So those go like that. I'm going to need 4 more of these for now.